All right, I'm gonna drain the rest of the fuel out of this tank. I believe we got some bad fuel. You can see there's not much in it at all. Right there, there's probably a quart and a half. But I gotta pull that whole cover off. And maybe I can do it without having to pull this arm off. So, you just got a series of 10mm bolts. One under there. There's one there. There's one under here. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. That'll just get the cover off. And then we got to see how the fuel tank itself. See, this fuel tank, the fuel line feeds from the top, so you can't just pull the fuel line off the bottom of the tank. So you have to pull the fuel tank completely off, turn it upside down and blow it out, dry it out, completely clean it. Cap's gonna come off. Okay. Got one there. Got one here. Uh-oh. More money. More money. Hey, okay. All right, I got a customer. Hang loose. Okay, we had 4 screws. Those right there. 1, 2, 3, and you have one on the inside. Right there. You have to get this gas cap off. You have to get it out of the tank. And I played heck getting that thing out of there because this gas cap is not going to go through this hole. So now we're going to pull this thing off. I want to pull it off without having to take that arm off. It should just lift right out, really. Just a cover. There we go. Yeah, we'll slide this out of the way somewhere. Trip over it later. All right, let's see. Let's take a gander at how this fuel tank is mounted. Man, it looks like it's just sitting there. Huh. This fuel tank ain't even, it's not even bolted down, it just kind of rides. Well, that's kind of weird. There's no fasteners or nothing, no straps. See, the fuel line, this is equipped with a fuel pump, so the fuel line goes straight down from the top and it goes down to the lowest point. And since he's only got this much fuel, all that debris suspended in the fuel has concentrated down here. And that's why I believe we are getting trash and bad fuel. And this is a residential unit, so it's only got a tank on one side. That's why it's got a slew of cup holders and things like that. I need more coffee. Oh. I'll show you how to get that fuel line out of there. Ooh, I'm tired already. Man, it's not even hardly 9:30 and I've already had 5 phone calls. People dropping things off, picking up, dropping off. I don't know why so many people. I mean, I don't advertise. I don't have a big storefront. I'm not as busy as other shops, and everybody are still. You can't do it today. You can't do it while I wait. No, I can't. And especially when you get wrapped up on something like this, you can't stop. It just, something like this will just take up all your time. Well, it won't take up all your time. It just kind of runs you behind. I'll run at a constant click, and I got to keep moving. See, what you want to do is stick this back in the hole, and then when you put this in there, it's going to expand, and that's what seals. So I'm going to leave that right there. Let's pull this vent tube off. Oh, there we go. So now I am going to just drain this tank. Well, I'm going to have to drain it from here, right there, because you can't just dump it out of the spout because you've got a big lip that goes It looks to me like this goes in about 2 inches, so you'll never get all the fuel out that way. So let me grab a big old pan. Let me slide the camera back. Oh, let me grab a big pan, big pan. Let's do it over here. I got another John Deere tractor on the table. I tell you, I have had a run on John Deere tractors lately. John Deere season. I'm going to blow the top of this tank off. I'm going to get the dust in that pan. All right. So that's the easiest way to do it. The same hole the fuel line goes in. It looks like pretty fresh fuel, really. It don't have a bad smell, or it's not discolored. I just think it's got a lot of trash in it. But I believe this is the reason she's running rough. It's been like me in the morning. Boom, get it all right there. Alright, let's take a look. Huh. There's a little bumblebee floating around in the bottom of it. If this was a regular tractor that the fuel line fed from the bottom, that little bee would get caught up in the fuel line outlet. But since it pulls from the top, that little bee can just float around in the bottom of it just as much as he wants to, and it really ain't gonna impede nothing. All right, it looks pretty darn clean in there. Sure do wish I could get that little bee out of there. There it goes. There it goes. I don't know if that's a bumblebee. Yeah, no, that's like a honeybee, I guess is what that is. Little fluffy thing. All right. All right. Now I'm going to go over to the bench. Let's go over to the workbench. Get out here in the open. Hold it upside down. Just take and dry all that fuel that's laying on the floor. That stuff evaporates in seconds. Okay, we are completely dry. Except for a little bitty bubble down there. That looks like a little thing of water. Let me grab my little turkey baster. Grab my little turkey baster. I think I got it all. If it had any water in it, that's where it would be. I don't believe it had any water in it at all. Well, that looks like water. That looks like water. Yeah. Yeah, I had a little water in it. All right, I'm gonna put this thing back together, and I ain't gonna make you guys watch. Put it back together, put some fresh fuel in it, and we'll run it again. Yep, I'll make you guys watch every second. You just take your little grommet expands it and seals it. And this thing here will hook to the vent tube and hold it together like so. I can't believe that thing's not secured or anything. It's just, there you go. All right, let's put the cover back on. Look at it. Let's make sure we're getting all right. Sitting flush, flush to see. Okay, let's see if drain, clean the fuel tank, fresh fuel. We'll see if that helps it. It still has a little surge to it, but it's a whole lot better than it was. It really is. It's only got 160 hours on it. KT 725 Kohler. I'm gonna talk to the customer about maybe putting a new carburetor on it because, don't know. Well, thanks for watching the video, boys and girls. That was a Gravely ZTX 42. Kohler V-twin service. And y'all be good. And tell somebody I said, hey.